I'm Dr. Anu Elias. I'm here to explain you about solid waste management and landfill. In the last class, we had studied about on-site handling, on-site processing, etc. So in today's class, we'll be studying about the collection of the solid waste. What are the collection methods in detail? So collection of solid waste. Those activities associated with the gathering of solid waste and the hauling of waste after collection to the location where the collection vehicle is emptied. So what are the collection of solid waste? So there will be municipal collection to be made by the city employees. So the municipal collection will be done by the city employees. Next is the contract collection. Contract collection will be made by private firms. There will be contract firms will be there, private firms will be there with city government. So that is contract collection. Then third one is a private collection. That is collection to be made by the private firms. That is contract with the private residents. So first is municipal, that will be collected by city employees. Contract collection means private firms that contract with the city government. Third one is private collection, that is private firm that contract with the private residents. Here you can see some of the collection of solid waste, how the people are collecting it. You can see in the images. Coming to the collection system, so how the waste is collected. So waste from our homes is generally collected by the local authorities. It can be regular waste collection or special collection for recycling. So based on the climate, the collection or the volume of the waste will be varied, and also the breeding can be increased in the based on the climate. Breeding or pest generation will be varied based on the climate variation. And other factors which affect the collection of waste will be the frequency of collection. If we are not regularly collecting the waste, the odor, smells will be generated, and the decomposition issues will be happen in such cases. So the various collection systems are dumping at designated location, shared container, block collection, curbside collection, door-to-door collection, yard collection, etc. So we will study all these in the coming slides in detail. So dumping at designated location. That means residents and other generated are required to dump their waste at a specified location or a masonry enclosure. There will be masonry enclosure will be there. Into that the resident has to dump their waste, or at a particular location they have to dump the waste. So what is the advantage in this case? It will be low capital cost, and disadvantage means the waste in truck is low and unhygienic. The waste will be scattered here there, and the pets will come and scatter it here there. So adjacent residents or shopkeepers will get the smell, and the appearance will look bad, and others will get the smell of the waste. So these are the advantages in this case. On disadvantages in this case. Advantages only low capital cost. Second one is shared container. Shared container means resident and other generator put their waste inside a container which is emptied or removed. So people will share the container, they will put the waste in a same container. Advantages low operating cost, and disadvantages the container are maintained. If the container are not maintained, it will corrode or damage, and adjacent resident may complain because of the smell and appearance. Third one is the block collection. So what is meant by a block collection? So the collector will come to our houses in our location. They will put the sound like horn or ring bell they will give, and they will wait at a specified location for the resident, and the resident will bring the waste and to the collection vehicle. So there will be a vehicle will come, it will ring the bell, and resident has to put the waste in the collection vehicle. In this case, the advantage is economical, less waste on streets, no permanent container or storage is required. The disadvantage is if the family member is not available in the home at that particular time, means the waste will be left over in the house itself. This will cause nuisance inside the house. Fourth one is curbside collection. Curbside collection means the waste is left outside property in a container and picked by the passing vehicle or swept up and collected by the sweeper. So the advantage of this is it is convenient and no permanent public storage is required. So the passing vehicle will pick up the waste and it will be collected by the sweeper. So the disadvantage is what? Waste will be left out, may be scattered by wind, animals, etc. And if the collection service came delayed, they are not coming in properly, or it is delayed, waste may be collected, or sometime it will cause nuisance. Fifth one is door-to-door collection. That is, the waste collector knocks on each door, it will ring the bell. They will ring the bell and they will wait to take the waste from the resident. So this is convenient for the resident, and little waste on the street will become. And disadvantages, resident must be available, has to be available in the house to hand over. If we are going out or something, it will cause nuisance. So not suitable for apartment building because the amount of walking required. Sixth one is the yard collection system. That is, collection labor and enters property to remove the waste. So it is very convenient for residents and no waste will be there in the street. And disadvantages, it is an expensive system, and because of walking is involved, because the labor has to enter the property and he has to remove the waste. So it is an expensive one. Second disadvantage is cultural belief, security considerations, etc. and styles may be prevent laborers from entering property. So the collection system can be automatic collection or manual collection. So automatic collection will be one driver will be required, and without any parking or hanging, this waste will be collected. So there are two type of collection system: hauled container system, stationary container system. The hauled container system means the collection system in which the container used for the storage will be hauled to the processing, transfer or disposal site. And stationary means it will be stationary, it won't be moving. So here you can see the whole container. The container is attached to the equipment and it can move. So it is hauled and it can move in any direction. So stationary container means it is stationary, it is not having the capability to move. So the collection storage remain at the storage of the container used for storage of waste will remain at a point of waste generation. That is a stationary one. So in that itself, self-loaded compactor and manually loaded compactors are there. So this is manually loaded, people will come and load. This is self-loaded, that is the waste can be put and it can directly load into the vehicle. So here you can see the dustbin images are there. Vehicle also which is connected with the self-loaded compactor is also shown here. Manually loaded means people has to come and load it, and self-loaded you can see that the waste bin is attached to the equipment and it is loading by itself. So these are some of the examples. So you can see the vacuum collection, you can see here split board rudder roller, you can see here how the waste will be collected. This is the vacuum collection. And the collection system. Coming to the collection system, there are 4 types. Daily route method. So people will go, the daily route method means the waste pickers will go every day in a particular route. So a definite route will be finished in every day before they leave home, the crew leaves home. The route has been finished and the crew has to leave, else it has to work overtime. If the route is not finished, the crew has to work overtime. The main advantage is that house owners know when the refuse will be picking the waste. Large route method means the route must be completed in 1 week. They will start in the Monday and they will finish by Saturday. The crew decides about when and how to pick the route. So it is suitable for backyard pickup as residents do not know when garbage will be picked up. So in this case, residents don't know when the crew will come and pick up the waste. Single load method means routes are decided such that a truck full load may be collected. So same crew may be assigned to, and many loads are as they can collect per day. So there will be many loads will be there to collect that particular day. Working day method means the crew works only during the working hours and avail lunch hours also. In that time, how much they can collect, they will collect accordingly. So these are some of the collection systems, and these are the 4 types of route method available. Procedure before collection. What are the procedures we have to look before collection? Preparation of local maps has to be done properly for the area to be serviced. So we have to know through the map what are the small areas are located, how much the collection frequency is required, how many number of containers has to be taken, how many houses are there, how much population is there. Everything has to be studied through the map. Second is preparation of data summarizes. That is per day we have to go, or what are the estimate of type of waste types will be there, number of vehicles required, or how many laborers are required per day has to be prepared. The data has to be prepared before. Preliminary layout of alternative collection route, that is starting from vehicle dispatch station and back after work is over. So from where to start, where to end, there should be a proper awareness. Balancing of route for different routes, so which determine haul distance from each route. So we have to see how much is the distance in each route, how much labor required per day, whether we can readjust the collection route, we can balance the route in another way. So those things has to be studied. Select the best route. So drawing has to be done and with the map we have to finalize the best route. Whether more people are located, that route we have to select, and we have to avoid other routes. So best route has to be selected where more waste is generated. So these are the 5 points. Proper map should be generated. From the proper map, area should be analyzed, data should be prepared, and preliminary layout of alternative collection should be there, balancing of route for different route, and select the best route. Thank you everyone. So I hope you all understood about the collection systems in this class. We will see in the next class. Thank you.